Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm in a good mood. Resident Evil 9, Requiem, whatever you say, it's coming out. I usually do reviews on movies, but I'm a big Resident Evil fan, especially for the video game. So I'm excited that number 9 has been introduced. And we're going to get a new character named Grace. And she's related to Alyssa Ashcroft from the Outbreak series. I only got to play File 1 of Outbreak. I never got around to playing File 2, but I did love File 1. So I kind of misheard her name at first when they said Ashcroft. I thought they said Ashford. So I was thinking somehow she's going to be related to Alexia and Alex from Code Veronica. So I was kind of happy to see that. But then once they said Ashcroft, it's like, oh yeah, she's related to Alyssa. So, like I said, I'm very excited. Going to go back to Raccoon City, the ruins of Raccoon City. Going to make a full circle. But the rumors is that this is kind of going to complete that storyline with Leon and Chris and Jill. It's going to kind of complete those characters' story arc. I mean, they kind of went away from them from 7 to 8. The only one we really got to see from the originals was Chris and his relationship with Ethan. But glad to see they're bringing Outbreak. I keep on saying Outbreak into the forefront, making it canon now. And we're going to get a new character, and it's going to be a daughter of someone we've played with, which is great. However, saying that, I guess before I get into that part, like I say, my wish, what this game's going to have, my wish list, but I don't think it's going to happen, is that we get all the original Raccoon City characters back into this game. So I'm talking about Chris, Jill, Rebecca, Barry, Claire, Leon, Ada, and Sherry. If somehow we can get those characters to make an appearance, would be awesome. Even Wesker, I don't know how you could bring Wesker back since he got boiled in a volcano lava, but if there's some kind of clone of him, why not? Let's bring him back. It's Fantasyland, right? But my wish is that we get at least a game where we get all those characters back. The closest we got was Resident Evil 6. And for some reason, the developers decided to have Helena instead of Claire. And they decided to have, what's his face? He sacrificed himself instead of Jill, that guy. He's a good character. But, it would have been great to see Chris and Jill back working as a team. So I'm hoping, can these guys at least make an appearance? Be great if we could play as them. Maybe we'll be in the mercenaries mode, but if they could at least make some kind of cameo, it would be fantastic. All right, so let's get on to what I think is going to happen into Resident Evil 9. The great trailer, like I said, get introduced to Grace. She's going to start out investigating her mother's murder, her death, and eventually we know she's going to get caught because of the trailer. While I think we're going to be playing as Grace, I think she's going to be more like kind of like an Ashley Graham type of character. We're going to be playing her. It's a little bit here and there, but if the rumors have anything are true at all, we're going to be mainly playing as Leon. I think Leon's going to have a mission to go in there and to rescue Grace. Perhaps, and then who knows what's going to happen after that. Hopefully we see a little bit of Jill, because she's been rumored. Maybe she'll be a playable character. We see Chris, or maybe they're investigating another case, and this kind of brings them to Raccoon City. Maybe they can be going to the Spencer mansion. I'm thinking eventually the game's going to take us to Spencer mansion. The big idea, that's the rumor out there, this is going to be open world, so we get to investigate all of Raccoon City. I'd like to see a lot more Raccoon City. One thing I did like about RE3 Remake is that we did get to go around the city a little bit, but I would like to be able to go all over the city. That would be fantastic. And we go out to Spencer Mansion. Maybe we take a little L train or something out there. But it'll be great if we are Chris or Jill and Rebecca going back to that mansion. I mean, how much was it destroyed? Because it's kind of like out there in the woods. It's kind of seems like it's kind of outside of the city. So did the bomb really affect the mansion at all? I'll be interested to see if we do go to the mansion, how they have it presented. Is it still whole intact? I can see some Umbrella people going back there to do some more research and create some more monsters. And then kind of hoping, you know, kind of be like Batman type, you know, where you get your art, you got like these mini missions of villains in Raccoon City they're running. Maybe you got little mini underlords, little scientists doing their own little experimentations, some different parts of the cities, and you gotta go there and do some stuff so you can level up, stuff like that would be pretty cool. Kind of like in Batman Arkham City, where you know you have your Scarecrow's their main guy, but then you're trying to, man, I'm trying to think of other villains like Poison Ivy's over here doing her thing. So you go there, do that little mission of Poison Ivy, that little side mission. Kind of hoping it's like that. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. You know, you have your main mission, little submissions. Because when you play a Resident Evil game, you always hear, especially like, I'm going to bring back 3, because in 3 you always would go to like different labs, or like in the sewer, you had just dude making a different kind of monster that was in the sewer. You read his little notes about what he was doing over there. So if they could bring that to life in Raccoon City, you know, maybe your big mission is saving Grace or whatever, and then you get this other stuff. That would be fantastic. I'll be all for that one as well. It'd be great if you could go in as a team, like you run into other team members, and maybe you can select which character does which mission. It would be fantastic. Like let's say you run into Jill and say Jill's going to take care of this scientist doing these awful things on way over here on the north side of town, and so you're playing it as her over here, and you can maybe make it a little bit of a Mega Man type of thing. Like each character will be better equipped to handle which mission. I mean, I'm going way out here, right? This is just going flying out here. It'd be cool if this is what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. This is kind of like my wish list. Okay, this is what my wish list is, basically. I guess in August we'll get to see a little bit more of some gameplay going on. But it would be cool. We get all our characters together. You can send Chris out here to do this mission, but maybe instead of mission A, Chris might be more equipped to handle mission B, and Leon would be better to do mission A, or something like that. I don't know. Just going out there. I don't think that's how the game is going to be, but that's how I wish it would be. I think it's going to focus on Leon saving Grace. You're going to play Grace a little bit like you do Ashley Graham. She's going to be like an Ashley Graham type of character, only she's going to be able to shoot and fire and protect her own self a little bit better than what Ashley was able to do. And then you just get to a bigger mission. Maybe Jill, like Jill was rumored, maybe she does make an appearance and she's trying to discover some stuff. And eventually, as you're running around the city, you will finish in Spencer. I'm going to say this though. I think the game's going to finish in Spencer Mansion. It's the original mansion of the RE1. Can't talk, tongue-tied. Regular mansion of RE1, and that way we have a full circle of what's going on of the Resident Evil. It begins there, and this Resident Evil storyline ends there. And then Resident Evil 10, we can bring in brand new characters, and then the old guard can be like supervisors, you know, people they talk about and the thing. Maybe they talk to them on the phone. Maybe you hear Chris saying, "Okay, agent, whatever your name is, there's something going over there," or you know, you have some character entering fresh out of the Resident Evil world. Just your common man, something like that. Be Resident Evil 10. Anyways, getting way off here. Excited for Resident Evil 9. Had to fix something. Excited for Resident Evil 9. Can't wait till it comes out. What do you guys hope Resident Evil 9's like? Do you like my idea of what it could be like? Do you think that's too much? You think it's non-Resident Evil like? I mean, I did like Resident Evil 6. But I hated Chris's campaign in Resident Evil 6. I liked Leon's and Jake's campaign and Sherry. Maybe because Sherry was in it. Really hated Chris's campaign in Resident Evil 6. But I'm excited. It looks like we got some great monsters. Just from that short trailer. Some mystery. Resident Evil is always great in mysteries. Looks like we got great mystery about Grace and her mother. Who kidnapped Grace? Why do they want Grace? What's so important about her blood? It has to be something about her blood, right? So we'll see February 27th. We'll get the whole game. And then August, hopefully somebody can show us some of the gameplay. Sure, it will be fantastic. yeah, so what do you guys think? What's going to be Resident Evil 9 going to be like? What are you looking forward to? And have a great day. Bye.